What's up, guys? Today's topic is simple. Sometimes you have a question in your career or as you're coming up as a young person playing, and you ask yourself, why is this person getting hired or why am I not getting hired? Why don't I have any gigs? Well, let's talk about this. It's really simple. Well, actually, it's not that simple, but let me give you my take on it. First thing is, if you do everything that you need to do, which includes practicing, learning your craft, being humble, TCB as we would say, then those things take care of themselves. A lot of times we all need a break. We all need something to roll our way, to open the doors for us, to walk through to get to that path. But I'll say this, when that door opens, if you're not prepared for what's to come, then the word gets out that you're not ready. And that is the number one reason why a lot of people don't get gigs or why it takes them longer. At the same time, I think there's something to be said about honing your craft, um, playing in bands where you're with older musicians and you learn the art of this music, the art of being a professional musician, as I spoke about in an earlier podcast that I did, right? These things are essential. They're important. I think for a lot of young guys coming up, you don't have the opportunity to do that. You just get in on the scene because there are no older bands for you to be, to do your apprenticeship in. You just get on the scene. So that's good and bad. Also, I think, like I said, being a positive bandmate is something that we look for in musicians. Like, I don't want to be in a band with someone who's always negative. I don't want to be in a band with someone who always shows up late. Those two things will definitely keep you from working. So, like I was telling a student the other day, when you get to a certain level, the level I've been playing on for most of my career, the level with the Lewis Nashes, the Kenny Washingtons, the Jeff Watts, the Brian Blades, the Bill Stewarts, the Sheet Waits, the Eric McPhail, all the high level guys. It takes time to get there, patience. But when you get there, you have to understand something. Your ego cannot be in the way, and you have to understand because you didn't get a certain gig and someone else got it. That's just how it is. It might be that that person was more suited to play that gig than you were. But if you take care of business and you don't have an ego, that doesn't bother you. So this is really important because I see this a lot of times in some of the posts and some of the responses I get that I see people put up. If you're about negativity, don't reply to anyone's posts. Like, if you're going to say something positive, that's cool. But if you don't like something, don't reply. It's that simple because it shows a lot when you reply. And it shows a lot when you reply and you can't show who you are. Therefore, whoever you're replying to can answer you in a respectful manner. Like, guys, you don't have to like everything I do. I'm totally okay with that. But I have a career. I've had a career and I still will have a career. I've gotten a chance to play with Ray Brown, Betty Carter, Joshua Redman, Diane Reeves, Joe Henderson, Joe Williams. I mean, the list goes on. I've played with so many people, Common, Lettuce. The list goes on. So I'm here to enlighten you. I'm here to give you my knowledge. If you don't like something, I totally understand that. And that's the beautiful thing about music. We don't all have to like the same thing. But being disrespectful in your comments or answering a certain way only shows the kind of bandmate that you would be. And it only tells me that that's why you might not be working. So all of these things go a long way. All of the little things you do outside of playing the drums go a long way to you being successful. I hope this answers some of your questions. And it's not an easy answer. Patience and time are the best answers. I think that you just have to live life, and the longer you live, the more you understand how to play the instrument, and the more you understand how to play the instrument, the more accessible you become to being able to play all kinds of gigs. And that's what we want to be able to do, not just play one genre of music, but to be across the board. That's kind of what we're going for, right? You're not just a drummer that plays just this or plays just that. No, you want to be known as someone that can do everything, a chameleon. And this is kind of what I'm trying to instill in you guys by getting on my YouTube channel more now than I've been before, because I think it's important. So please heed my words. It's all love. Like I said, don't panic if you feel you're not working as much as you should be. Just take your time and go back and hone your craft even more. Really dig deep inside spiritually and find out who you are and what you can bring to the music, and hang out with the people that you want to play that music with. You can't expect to get gigs with certain people if they don't know who you are. So that means going out on the jam sessions. I know, guys, jam sessions, but you got to be seen. If people don't see you, they don't know who you are. So go out on the jam sessions, be seen. Be respectful though, like when you go to the jam session, understand how to sit in on a jam session. Like for me, if I go to jam session, I'm gonna play 1 or 2 tunes, the max, and I'm done. That's it. Let other people play. Be respectful and encourage the people that you hear. Don't sit there and go, oh, he can't play. Oh. That's not it. That's not it. Because the mere fact that you're at the jam session means that you're trying to learn also, right? So no one of us is in a position to put other people down, only to encourage. That's what we're here for. That's why I do what I do, because I'm here to encourage you. So like I said, guys, you don't have to like what I do. That's fine. But I don't really need to see your negative comments or anyone else see your negative comments. Spend that time trying to hone your craft and become better. I would much rather appreciate that than you writing something negative. And the mere fact that you do that only shows me that, well, you need to shed. So thanks, guys. Take care. Peace.